Hey folks, welcome back to Misty and Ike, a daily pop culture podcast, produced by Brickyard Media Group. And now here's your hosts, Misty Roberts and Isaac Heckert. Yeah, those are important.
Shut up.
They are important. I want y'all to see.
Holds it on.
Yeah.
I'm tightening both of them up.
Misty's got a screw loose.
Duh.
Yep.
Duh.
All right, so let's go ahead and tell them what we got to tell them.
I don't know if I'm ready to tell them yet.
Well, folks, starting tomorrow, you're going to need to pay 47 bilquat to listen to our show every day.
Where do you find Bilquat?
Well, they're right under your pickle bopper.
And
That was a dumb lead off. Sorry.
Okay.
I just didn't. We were going to lie to y'all.
I liked it better when you called them podcast credits.
Okay.
You guys are going to have to pay us 5 podcast credits per episode.
That's right.
Where do they pay us podcast credits?
You just put them right in your computer. You just drop the credits right in there.
And they just
Or your
come out
phone.
of our computer.
Yeah. Or you just keep sticking quarters in your AC in your car.
Yeah.
Yep. Today we're going to talk about lies that your parents told you as a kid.
Which is what we just tried to do to you.
And it's very clear and apparent that neither of us are parents.
There are so many of them, though.
Yeah.
Like, reading in the dark will ruin your eyes. My mom used to tell me, because I was a total book nerd when I was a kid.
I don't believe that.
I know.
Right?
Weird, right? It's probably why I like spending so much time alone. And my mom would constantly tell me, because I would have this little lamp by my bed that put off very little light, and I would be reading late into the night, and she'd come in and be like, "You're going to go blind if you keep reading in the dark." And I was like, well, I don't want to go blind because I want to be able to keep reading.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, would turn the light off and go to sleep, which was her point.
Or you
was
wouldn't
to get me to go to sleep.
But who doesn't fall asleep reading books?
Well, apparently, eye doctors at Harvard have said that reading in dim light won't cause any ongoing medical condition at all.
What?
It'll just make your eyes tired.
Oh, well, that's the whole
Maybe
point.
give you a little bit of a headache.
Yeah.
And it won't make you go blind.
This lady,
it's not true.
This lady on Board Panda right here, she says, I was told every person gets 10,000 words per month. If you reached the limit, you couldn't physically speak until a new month began. And my dad was always said, careful, you're already at 9,000 words. And it would shut me right up.
That's incredible.
I never heard that one before. That's pretty good.
That's so good.
Yeah. Here's another one. This other lady grew up on a farm and was told by her parents that the TV only worked when it rained.
That's a good way to get your kids to go outside and play.
That's right. People don't let their kids outside to play anymore, though.
They don't. Knuckle cracking could give you arthritis.
I heard that, too.
It's not true.
Yeah.
Just plain wrong. Recent studies show that pulling or twisting joints create space between the bone, causes negative pressure, fluid, blah, 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 blah. The sound just annoys people. It doesn't actually cause any damage or weaken your joints at all.
This dude's dad told him that Pulp Fiction was a documentary about oranges. So he wouldn't want to watch it.
Oh, I still would have wanted to watch it.
Here's
Oranges
a cute
are cool.
one. My father always said the animals on the side of the road were just taking a nap since the road was warm. That's cute.
Sad. That means they're dead, though.
Yeah.
Swallowed gum takes 7 years to digest.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe there wasn't a trash can around, or you were trying to hide gum from your parents. Whatever reason, you swallowed gum and got worried that you'd be stuck with a wad of gum in your stomach for 7 years. That's not true. Gum is mostly indigestible. Some brands use the same rubber that's used in inner tubes, but it will pass through the digestive system easily. There have been very few cases of kids swallowing too much gum that led to gastrointestinal issues. Mm-hmm. Try not to swallow the whole pack, and you should be fine.
This one's genius, and if I ever have kids, I'm going to do it. Living on the West Coast, my friend would show the East Coast feed of the New Year's Eve countdown to her kiddos. They were always in bed by 9.
That's incredible.
Yeah. The place that I celebrate New Year's Eve at has plenty of children, and I'm going to share that with my friend.
Freaking genius.
So the kids can go to bed by 9, and we can party like it's 1999.
Mm-hmm. Chocolate milk comes from brown cows. As much fun as this one is to believe, brown cows do not produce chocolate milk. The lie seems to have had a profound impact on many people, though. 7% of U.S. adults still believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. That's 17.3 million grown-ups. 17.3 million adults.
Leave us a comment if you think
still believe this.
Chocolate milk comes from brown cows. That's hilarious.
So good.
This person got their daughter to eat fish by calling it Argentinian chicken.
Why does it have to be from Argentina?
I don't know.
Why can't it be like Missouri chicken?
It could be anything, but that's how they got their kid to do it until grandma screwed it up.
Grandma.
Oh, man, I heard this one when I was a kid, but I never fell for it. Grandpa told me there's a tube connecting my belly button to my butt, and then if I unscrew my belly button, my butt will fall off. Buttholes.
There's so much weird about that, and I am a innie, so I wouldn't ever understand that if someone said that to me, because it's not possible to unscrew an innie belly button. You have to have an outie for that to be a thing.
Right.
So I never got that one, but this one I did get.
All right.
Crossed eyes will get stuck that way.
Oh, yeah. If you keep making that face, it's going to get stuck.
If someone walks up and slaps you in the back with your eyes like that, they'll stay that way forever.
Oh, man. I fell for that one a lot. Dude, this one is great.
There are 6 muscles that allow eyes to move in different directions and look in any one direction, including towards each other. So crossed eyes, however, only occur from disease, muscle, or nerve damage.
That's a good fact. How about this one? My dad used to tell me that Santa was tired of cookies and milk and that he wanted Doritos and beer.
I mean, do you blame him?
If I was Santa, I'd want Doritos and beer.
I don't blame him at all. At all. I got told all the time, don't go swimming too soon after eating or you'll get stomach cramps and drown. Also not true at all.
Wait, what?
Don't go swimming too soon after you eat. You'll get stomach cramps and you'll drown.
Oh, everybody's supposed to wait 30 minutes after they swim. That's true.
Not true.
What?
Your folks were lying, according to the American Academy of Pediatrics and the American Red Cross.
When I went to...
You just need to finish swallowing before you jump in the water to avoid accidentally choking, and you'll be fine.
Even when we went to summer camp, they would not let us have swim right after...
It is not true at all.
Wow.
Like I said, the American Academy of Pediatrics says absolutely not.
Well, when
not
the
true.
California Academy of Baywatch confirms it, then I'll believe it.
The hour wait was probably just made up by your parents to give a brief reprieve from having to be on lifeguard duty.
Oh, that's so smart. Check this one out. The rumble strips on the highway are for blind drivers.
I got that one.
Yeah.
Yep, I was definitely told that one.
Turns out it's for drunk parents.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Don't swallow watermelon seeds because watermelon will grow in your stomach.
I heard that one too.
You might have panicked when your parents warned you not to swallow watermelon seeds, but the digestive system is not a friendly place for a seed to grow. Swallow a seed or two during a watermelon seed spitting contest. It'll just continue on its merry way to the toilet. Your parents were more worried about you choking and were just pulling your leg. So, yeah.
This one's funny. It's not haha funny. Oh, this one's good. I like this one better. My parents got me to eat calamari by calling it Italian onion rings.
Italian onion rings.
That's pretty good.
Were you ever told to not sit too close to the TV because it'd make you go blind?
Yeah.
Not true.
What?
Probably heard this while you were watching Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
Like reading in the dark, sitting too close to the TV won't cause eye damage. According to the American Academy of Ophthalmology, kids can focus up close without eye strain better than adults. So take that and suck it, Mom.
Did you ever hear this one? Dad told me that if the turn signal on the car stayed on too long, the car would flip over.
No, I didn't get that one, but
that's probably why people don't signal anymore.
When I was a kid, I would go to church with my grandparents every Sunday morning, and even though I had never been on an airplane and flown, I had this irrational fear of flying.
You still do, don't you?
Yeah, I still really don't like it at all.
So weird. You got more miles than anyone I've ever met.
That's probably why I don't like it. But we would get in the car, and my grandpa always told me, because I always wanted to pull the emergency brake. And he was like, Misty, if you pull that emergency brake, the car is going to that's what makes the wings come out, and it turns into an airplane and it flies.
Wow.
So that I wouldn't want to pull the emergency brake.
Yeah.
And he would do that while we were listening to the Statler Brothers.
Flowers on the wall.
That don't bother me at all.
This one's cruel. When we went to the store, my mom used to say, every time you touch something, a kitten dies.
I've heard that, but in something else.
Yeah, I have.
Don't touch a toad or you'll get warts.
Yeah.
I heard this one when I was a kid. Parents tell this one to stop you from getting your clothes all muddy. You can't get warts from any amphibian, including toads and frogs. It started because some toads have warty-looking glands on their skin. And what really happened was that your parents didn't want you to go out into the wet mud and play with frogs and toads. So they told you that you'd get warts.
But see, I was allowed out into the woods and the creek and all that stuff, and I would find frogs. I just wouldn't touch them.
Well, it didn't work.
Oh, check this out. My dad told his grandmother the pot plant in his room was a Colombian tomato plant. She thought it was very exotic and lovely that he had an interest in gardening.
That's cute.
There's my
That's
Colombian
real cute.
potato.
I don't like that. Santa Claus knows if you've been naughty or nice. I mean, the whole thing is a sham from the very beginning.
Yeah, this one's not
there is
safe
no
for
Santa.
kids.
Yeah, there is no Santa. And it turns out that lying about it actually has a number of developmental impacts on children.
Really?
So you shouldn't do it in the first place.
You shouldn't tell your kids that there's a Santa Claus.
Well, I think maybe you can reframe the story a little bit.
Do you remember when you found out Santa wasn't real?
I don't.
Really?
At all. I don't. No.
Oh, I remember being so mad.
I kind of think that there was just a moment in my life that I was like, wait.
Your friends blow it for you.
Santa, the Easter Bunny,
Yeah.
and this tooth fairy person. No.
You know what it is? It's your the kids that are your same age whose parents are divorced. Those are the ones that ruin it
My
for you
parents
first.
were the first ones to be divorced.
Yeah, because you're like, how's Santa going to go to mom and dad's house? And then you're like, oh, wait. Meh.
Right.
How about this one? This is kind of funny. My father told me and my Catholic cousin that Easter was the day that Jesus rolled back the rock. And if he saw his shadow, we'd have 6 more weeks of winter. My aunt was beyond pissed when my cousin broke that out at her first communion.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Well, if Jesus
combining
sees his shadow,
Groundhog Day and Easter.
that's pretty good.
Oh, what about keep your eyes open when you sneeze and they'll fall out?
Wait, if you what?
You have to close your eyes when you sneeze, otherwise they'll fall out.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that one a little bit.
And it's not true at all. But it is also really hard to keep your eyes open when you sneeze.
I think it's impossible.
It's not impossible, but it's hard.
Here's one.
But they won't pop out of your head.
This one adds on to your swallowing bubble gum from earlier. I was told that if I swallowed my gum, my poop would bounce up and down in the toilet. I cried every time I accidentally swallowed some.
Oh, that's terrible. What about this one? The family pet is living happily on a farm now.
Oh, dude. I lost a goldfish while my parents lost a goldfish while I was at school one time.
Uh-huh.
They tried to run out and get another one, and they couldn't. And it was like, I won him at the fair.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Check this one out. My dad told me oil stains on the street were little kids that got run over because they didn't hold anyone's hand while crossing the street.
Oh, that is so good.
Yeah. Do you remember the movie Go?
Of course I do.
And they go to Vegas, and they're in the room, and the little kid's knocking on the door. And this is a little aggressive. This movie doesn't hold up
It's
terribly well.
Yeah.
But the kid opens the door, and he's like, what are you guys doing in here? And he goes, raping small children. That's just what that made me think of. And I probably should cut that out.
Not really sure why it made you think of that.
Because it's to what you tell kids to, I don't know. Get them to go away.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Should I cut that out? Is that too much?
You
It's
know,
from
I'm
a
not even
movie.
sure if people get to this point in the episode or not. Okay. Like, it's from a movie.
It
was a popular movie. It's just
from
like
the 90s.
quoting something from Trainspotting.
Right.
You know, Trainspotting, it's a horrible movie when you watch it, but it's very quotable and like very interesting to watch, you know. But Isaac, I will tell you this. Your nose is going to grow if you lie.
Okay. Oh, like Pinocchio?
Mm-hmm. I got told that as a kid, and that is not true.
Oh, this is a really good one. I told my son, who was afraid of clowns, that ice cream trucks were driven by clowns. He heard that music and sprinted to his room every time.
That would have worked on me.
Dude.
I would have hid underneath the couch.
Yeah,
if you would have told me that.
Instead of going, like, can I have money for the ice cream truck? It's like, no, it's got clowns in it, buddy.
Drinking coffee stunts growth. Kids often want to try coffee to feel more grown up or out of curiosity. And parents will say that if you drink coffee, that it'll stunt your growth. That is not true at all.
Yeah, we grew up
Kids
in the
just
beast.
don't want overly caffeinated, or parents just don't want overly caffeinated kids.
Yeah, my mom told me I couldn't have red cereal or anything red because red had more sugar in it. She's like, you can't have red stuff. I think she honestly believed it.
I think she probably did. She's a little kooky.
Oh, check this out. My mom told me 7-Eleven was only open from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. and that was 7 p.m. was too late for me to have a Slurpee.
That's a good one too. What other ones you got before we close this out?
That armored money trucks outside stores were the trucks that take misbehaving children away.
That one's good.
Yeah.
Real good. Gosh, you have a lot of these are some brutal parents.
My parents told me that if I pushed the reset button on the power outlet of the house, the house would explode. Every time you lie, baby Jesus gets diarrhea. Oh, I don't like that one. Oh, I got this one when I was a kid. We can't have the dome light in the car at night because it blinds the other drivers.
Yep,
My
I got
mom
that as
said
well.
she couldn't see out the window when the dome light was on.
Yeah, I got that one as well. Because I always wanted to read. And my mom would be like, we can't turn the light on because other people can't see. That's not true.
Oh, this one was weird. My dad told me pushing the recline button on an airplane seat helped the plane take off. You're not supposed to have your seat reclined when it's taken off anyway.
Yeah, that's really mean.
Yeah, if
That's
not
not
enough
very
people
nice
pushed it,
at
the plane
all.
would probably crash. That's bad.
That's terrible.
That's a real bad one. My mom told me that drag racers were two men running down the street in women's clothing.
I mean, it kind of is now.
Burger King is royalty. I think there's only 50 of these. Grandma said, if you wander off, the boogeyman will kill you and make you into sausage. That's all. I guess there's
All
only
right.
44 of them.
Well,
we got through them. We got through both our lists.
I mean, parents are awful people, basically, is what I'm gathering.
Since there's no kids listening to the show, if you're a parent, what do you tell your kid that gets you through your day? Leave us a comment.
I bet we're going to get some good ones on this.
Yeah. And
Well,
since this show's over forever, unless you eat ice cream off a clown truck. I don't know what that means. We're trying to come up with new endings. Since it's not Friday.
Since your nose isn't growing because you're not lying,
Yeah.
then we'll see you tomorrow.
And roll the windows up when you smoke in the car with your kids, everybody.
And turn off the dome light.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.